What's good, Lethal Team? Today we're playing against the number 19 team in the world, 2Blocks. It's a lot to uncover in this goddamn video. You know, you have one team who clearly plays this shit way too fucking much. How do you play over 200 games in a season? I've been playing 2K for years. My team has never ever gotten to 100 games. You know how hard it is to get 5 motherfuckers on to play? 5 people at the same time to play. That is hard. Most of the time, we might end up playing rack with just 4 if we had that one computer. We still be winning, but it's hard to get 5 people on. And then it's been a thing lately as the 2K season dies down, the NCAA and Madden plans to come out. That's kind of where everybody's mindset is headed to. I know for me, I'm looking forward to that new boxing game, Undisputed. That's supposed to come out later in the year. So I get it. How in the world is it at this point in time in season 7 are people still getting over 100 games in Pro-Am? All I want to do is play Pro-Am. If I'm not playing Pro-Am, I'm playing 1v1 or I'm playing Rec. I don't even touch the park no goddamn more. Not even a little bit. The most I might do is fly the fucking drone around that shit just to see if it's active or not. But Pro-Am 1v1, so I'm in the theater, and then Rec. That's it. So congratulations to 2Blocks for even playing that many games still at this present time. So I look at it like this. If you're playing that many games, you have one or two scenarios. Either majority or all of y'all are still in high school to where, it's summertime, you ain't got shit else to do, so y'all hopping on the game. I get it. You talking about playing about 5 Pro-Am games a day. 5 a day. Just to get to this 200, that's a lot of goddamn games. Or you're either like the game where you're playing it with a bunch of people that have the money and don't necessarily have to go out there and work a 9 to 5. So you have the free time to be able to grind and play 2K with your friends and stuff like that. But again, these are people that have money. They got it like that. They're financially set the rest of their lives, so they put themselves in a position where that's what they want to do is spend their time playing 2K. They play 2K. Y'all seen the game scene? They got 400 or 500 wins, and there's a bunch of people on that roster, so it is what it is. I get it. I understand it. I fuck with it. Hopefully one day I can accumulate enough income to be able to pay some of my teammates so we can play a little bit more. Maybe, who knows? But nonetheless, you're playing against the number 19 team in the world, and one thing comes down to mind: respect. Respect your opponent. Respect the fact that your opponent can beat you. Before this game actually kicked off, we was in a game, and we lost. Team that we was playing against, they didn't miss a goddamn thing. I swear to God, they made every perfect call for the entire game. It was so annoying. It's like you got some of those shots that could miss. I'm not saying they're not makeable, but it's okay to miss that shot. They didn't miss none of those. Every 50-50 shot that could have went in or went off, went in. And even though it was a close ball game, it was a very good ball game, just couldn't pull it out. It is what it is. So after we playing that, we see number 19 cross across the screen, and then you know how it is, and oh shit, here we go. Got to be some bullshit. You coming off a loss, so you're gonna be a little bit more focused in for the next game because you don't want to keep losing. If you're consistently losing, it's like somebody somewhere on the team is not focusing in on the strategy. Our game plan has not changed no matter what the personnel is, no matter if we have, a decent personnel plan or if we don't have a decent personnel at all. All 5 people on the court should be able to follow this system and strategy and still pull off a win. That's how it works. So playing against them is simple. They run 5 out. The 5 out they run is unique in the fact that their point guard is more of a scorer, less of a facilitator. Most guys that play 5 out either are very, very dominant scorers and really decent passers, or they are really, well, I'm one of a kind, but they are really, really great passers and capable scorers. But the goal in 5 out is always the same. Whoever is the person bringing that ball up the court, their first initial thought is to go score. So when we're playing against this point guard, he wants to go score the ball. Now, depending on the defense that he sees, he adjusts. In the way their offense is set up, the point guard and the center, they get all the touches. Everybody else, the small forward, power forward, and shooting guard, y'all out there just because we need y'all to play defense. If you get a shot attempt, cool, but if not, give me that ball ASAP. I don't play that style of ball. My teammates will tell you all the time, I'm probably the most unselfish point guard that they ever played with in terms of getting everybody shot attempts. I actually even just got into it with my boy D-Mac, who you see on the right side here. I got into him about making sure that he gets shot attempts. Because I'm a big opponent of you're going to do more defensively as long as you're touching the ball offensively. And the more times you can touch the ball throughout the game, the more aggressive you're going to be. So if somebody is consistently scoring, typically they're going to keep scoring. For example, this game right here, Montage is going to be the guy out there to score. His build is built to score. It can be Montage, it can be Savage, it can be Loco. It doesn't matter. Like, these guys are built to score. So a lot of my pass attempts is probably going to go to them off the rip, just to free up some people on defense, just to like make their defense move, attack, be aggressive, things like that. After that, everybody else, you still have to get your shot attempts. You still have to get your touches. So for Strap, D-Mac, Jamaica, Goose, Blaze, anybody else like that's not necessarily a primary scorer, you have to get your touches. You got to get your shot attempts. I'm never going to be a guy that's going to sit out here and be like, hey, lock up this point guard, play all this defense. By the way, you might not ever touch the ball. That's stupid. You got to keep people aggressive. And I get it. Somebody having that 98 3 ball, of course they should be taking most of the shots. They have the highest chance of making it out of anybody. And they can make more difficult shots than anybody else. But it's a team game, man. Everybody got to contribute the best way they know how. So their 5 out versus our 5 out, it's fairly similar. The difference is how they play defense. They play a 2-3 zone, or at least they wanted to. And they did it in a way that allows the center to just sit by the paint, which there are different ways people run that 2-3 zone. Right? Some people do it to where they play it traditional, where the center is going to be by the free throw line. Other teams play it the way this team is playing it, where the center is pretty much roaming the baseline to baseline, and they're using speed in order to cut off all the gaps. So the problem is, if you play against a team that's used to seeing it, we gonna fuck you up. What else is there for us to do? Like, I've seen that defense so many times, and I've seen this rotation so many times that I know exactly what you're gonna do, whether you want to do it or not. You can't sit in the paint for 3 seconds because there's nobody down there. We're in 5 out. Which means you gotta either go to the left or the right. Now, once you go to the left or the right, that tells me which corner you gotta occupy. Because you still have to defend something. We're in 5 out. You can't leave somebody wide open. Gonna give up a 3. And as you can kind of tell, as we move the ball around, eventually we was gonna get open shot. Don't mind that air ball by me. I'm not a shooter. I've never claimed to be a top-notch shooter. The only time I've been able to shoot is when I specifically made sharpshooters. I'm out there to pass the motherfucker. And I occasionally knock one down if you just leave me wide fuck open. That's how I play. Now, the other thing you want to look at is you see my boy D-Mac pass up another shot attempt, and these are the shot attempts I be telling him, like, I get it, he made a great play, we got a 3 out of it, but don't tell me you didn't have shot attempt opportunities. How basketball works is if you get them, You're going to keep getting them as long as you're making them. If you're not making shots, then you're going to get less opportunities. Simple as that. So if I send you on a backdoor cut, and I'm not talking about any one particular person, I just mean in general. If I send any one of my teammates on a backdoor cut, and they go up against that point guard and don't make it, I'm probably going to only give them one more attempt at it. Because at the point y'all prove you can't make that shot, I have to look for somewhere else to try to score. Does that make sense? So it's like you have to take advantage of the opportunities you get, and the more you do that, the better off you be. So for them, their center has like a 92 to 95 pass accuracy, which is fairly good. But the problem with him having that is he ain't trying to score. So at the end of this game, I want y'all to look at points scored by everybody. I always show the game stats at the end. Look at my team, look at their team. For my team, there should never be anybody at all with 0 shot attempts. Because to me, that tells me like I was trying to freeze you out all game, which I know for damn sure by my play style, I'm never going to do that to any teammate. So if you have 0 shot attempts at the end of the game, or even, hell, if you have less than 5, if you have less than 5 shot attempts, it better be in a blowout, and you might have just, if you missed like the first 3 and you didn't get the ball after that, that's kind of understandable. But you should at least be getting 5 shot attempts from me a game, because I need you to try to score at least 10 points, no matter who you are. I'm probably the only person that can get away with not trying to score that many points because I'm going to have it by assist. I'm still going to have the category that they call points accounted for. So, going into the second half, I think we got their game plan down fairly well. They want to do the give and go between the point guard and the center. As long as we sit on that, they got to look at some other type of offense. So what I kind of noticed is as Montage kept knocking down this shot, they eventually was going to have to switch up their defense, and that's dangerous. A team used to playing 2-3, they want to play 2-3 the entire game. If you make them get out of their defense, then they got to go to like man-to-man or 3-2 zone. Then they create a target in which you can pick on. The whole reason why they play these different defenses is because it gives them an advantage to hide who they want to hide. Typically, it's the point guard because typically they don't have a lot of defense. But any teams that run zone or different concepts that they don't play man, they are trying to hide somebody. And if you can exploit that particular mismatch, you'll be able to create offense every single time. Defensively, Strap is just harassing this point guard, I ain't gonna lie. We own everything else. They get some bullshit here and there, but we own everything for the most part. Right? We start getting on that give and go action. The shooting guard, I ain't gonna lie, the shooting guard was trash. The small forward, decent, but like nobody's really worried about him. The power forward couldn't shoot to save his life. Godly, he couldn't shoot to save his life. But I don't get mad about that because if you think about it, it's kind of hard to sit there and consistently shoot or consistently shoot a certain percentage if you only get 2-3 shot attempts a game. Now, the thing about getting that many shot attempts, you're fine with it as long as you're winning. But if that point guard dropping 40 points per game and your team winning, who cares? I can get 0 shot attempts as long as we're winning. But once we start losing, it's like, bruh, unleash me, man. Get me up out of here, man. Let me do my thing, bro. Because at the point we're losing, your shot attempts don't matter no more. All that matters is that we're losing as a team. You might as well go ahead and chuck a few more up than I normally would. Might as well. But yeah, man, I always be aggressive to try to score offensively and defensively. I always try to be a factor in the game. Don't just sit around. You know, you get your opportunities, take advantage of them. And keep taking advantage of them. That's how you get more opportunities. The reason why Strap does what he does and he shoots so well and he's always ready to shoot is because he takes advantage of his opportunities. He rarely ever misses. Even when he has games when he's missing, he's still going to get those same shot opportunities because he's proven that he can make them time and time again. So just keep that in mind if you're on any Pro-Am team or trying to get better at the game. Take advantage of your opportunities. Don't just be a spectator. Now, this is the part y'all probably like. Number 19 in the world, right? Why are they ranked that? Why are they ranked that? It don't make no damn sense. If you number 19 in the world, I ain't gonna lie to you. I expect some cold-blooded shit. I expect you to be like the team that we played before this game. Because the team that we played before this game, they whole team didn't miss shit to say they life. The whole team was on point. They was playing man to man. They was in the way. All the little shit I would preach, they was doing to the T. And even though, yes, it still was a close game, at the end of the day, they won. We beat them in every statistical category except the 3-ball. That was it. They shot 9 for 15, which is an extremely high percentage. As a team, we only made 5 out of 18. You know, what can you do? Like, we beat them in rebounding, we beat them in steals, we beat them in blocks. Shit, I think we even had the same amount of, like, field goal attempts. It's just that more of theirs were threes than ours were. I mean, the motherfuckers just didn't miss. It's hard to beat. You can't beat somebody that shoots 100%. I say that all the time. That used to be my thing in the park. Like, I don't care how good a defense you play. If a motherfucker go 100% against your ass, you're not gonna beat them. It's statistically impossible. In Pro-Am, although 9-15 is not 100%, it felt like it. That's what I'm telling you. It felt like I can't remember them missing for nothing. I mean, I ain't even saying it was bad defense. You try to justify like, man, you could have pressed them a little bit harder. It ain't none of that, bro. They wouldn't miss. And sometimes a motherfucker just don't miss. So that's what I expect from number 19 team in the world. I expect them to come in here and these motherfuckers don't miss. The point guard was like that, for sure. But outside of him, who else was we supposed to worry about? The shooting guard, look at the shit he doing. Giving it back to the point guard. They didn't have shit. You know, everybody else game plan is, oh, if I touch it and I don't shoot it right away, I'm going back to my point guard. That was it. Like, what more do you have to game plan for, or what more do you have to adjust to? Look, they on the whole break and the ball still goes back to this point guard. That shit's crazy to me. You on the whole break, you got 4 other people that can touch the ball and get a shot off, it still goes to the point guard. If you make it that easy, you go against any decent team, they're going to beat you. It is what it is. As you can see here in the fourth quarter, we start pulling away little by little. I started slowing up the pace and the tempo. I didn't want to speed it up no more than what it was. It was perfect for me at the end of the day. You know, they started trying to go to pick and roll. They started taking bad shots. Wasn't getting back on defense for real. I didn't really care. I just slowed up the pace. I'm like, shit. I'm going to take as much time off this clock as possibly can because it's proven that we can beat any team out there. If you've been watching us play and watching my content, you now see that no matter what the competition is, we're capable of winning. Just as much as we're capable of losing. You know, with any strategy, you're not going to win 100%. You're not. But you can always give a great effort every game in and every game out. I wasn't that mad about the last game that we played before this one because we gave great effort. We just lost. You know, the other team played better and won. This particular game right here, we whooped their ass. The number 19 team in the world, you got to take that L. Are they capable of beating us? Yes. If we was to play this team in the series, they would get a chance to see more of our roster, make adjustments, and attack on those adjustments. But in a one-game scenario, anything can happen. You know, they ain't seen a player like me probably ever before in their life. And I'll be honest to God, truth with you, I don't even think that they, like, as we were playing, that they noticed how many assists I have. I have 15 currently, right? I don't think they noticed that. And a lot of teams don't. All they notice is that they're getting scored on. You know, you remember more so the person that scored. You don't remember how it was set up. You just remember that they scored. Like, if I hit somebody on a backdoor cut, it's an assist for me. All you remember is, damn, bro, you got backdoor. Now, when they look at the shot chart at the end of the game or just the stat sheet at the end of the game, they're going to be like, damn, that point guard had a double-double with that many assists? That's crazy. It's not really. Y'all played a zone that I've seen over hundreds and hundreds of times at this point. I knew once we broke down the zone that we was going to be able to capitalize on being able to attack y'all one-on-one. I knew that. And it's not that hard. Like, you see the same things over and over again. You play the same game over and over again. You know all your teammates' tendencies. Like, I know who's going to step up and try to knock down shots. And I know who, quite frankly, can't knock down shots at all, which is me. I'm the person that can't knock down shots at all. But either way, you learn your personnel, man, and y'all develop a strategy, anything's possible. You just want to give a great game at the end of the day. So shout out to the number 19 team in the world, man. Y'all came in here, did y'all thing. It wasn't enough, but it's just one game. Basketball's never proven out to one game. Never is. Now, if we happen to match up against them again, and the score look like this, I ain't gonna lie. You can pretty much, you know, bet your ass that we just a better team than they are. Because at that point, it starts to become a pattern. You know, you get thumped twice in a row, but I'm pretty sure if we played them again, they either probably beat us or just give us a really good run for our money. So shout out to them. Shout out to Two Blocks. It's amazing that y'all got that many wins in a particular season. I don't know what else y'all doing with your life, but y'all very good at 2K. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for all the support and watching my videos. I might come out with a few more depending on the opponent that we play against or the significance of the game. But for the most part, I just want to keep getting out here grinding, making good content for you guys. And hopefully y'all been enjoying it. I appreciate all the love and support, the likes, the follows, the subscriptions. So keep supporting your boy and I'll keep getting better. It's been Lethal. I'll catch everybody in the next video. Stay tuned, all right? I'm out.